What is up, guys? It is March 10th, which puts us officially 18 days before the NPC Samson Showdown in Las Vegas, which is the show that I am competing in. Update, honestly, hunger pains, you know, I'm hungry, but I think my brain has finally realized you're not getting extra food, bro. So it's kind of calmed down, which is cool. Yes, I'm hungry. Yes, I'd like to eat some stuff, but it's not excruciating. The big thing affecting me the most is definitely my legs. They just aren't recovering at all, actually. So when I'm working and I'm walking around and stuff for hours, my legs will just, it's like I'm running a fucking marathon. So maybe I can implement some like massaging or some sort of stretching or something, make sure that feels a little bit better. Today, I added cardio in the morning, so I get to do less later. Only by 10 minutes. I did 50 minutes instead of 40. So that means I only have 50 minutes later instead of an hour. 10 minutes goes a long ways, especially when you're fucking dying. My plan, still the same. Show is 18 days out. That means my refuel is 15 days out. That means my carb depletion is 12 days out, 12 or 13, whatever. So it's gonna be hell on earth in 12 days. And then it's gonna be heaven on earth in 15 days. So we just kind of have to keep pushing, keep trying our best.
And you are capable of amazing things because you are this special.
Hopefully lose maybe an extra % of body fat. I bet there's some of you guys wondering how I'm like even achieving this, how I'm not cheating on my plan. When you don't really give yourself an option, you don't have plan B. It's only plan A, and only plan A is to do exactly what my routine is. I don't get option B. Oh, well, maybe I can fit X, Y, Z in food-wise. You get fucking lean meats and vegetables, buddy. That's what you get. And you're gonna smile and enjoy every second of it because you ain't getting anything else. That being said, let's go hit our fucking chest.
This time, we're busting up the greatest debate of the game. Which assets really make the play? Boobs or butts?
I feel abnormally good today. I'm not really sure why. Probably because no work and I had a rest day tomorrow to kind of get rid of some of the systemic fatigue, maybe. Or it could be that I upped my carbs quite a bit. I think I was at 60 and now I'm at like 100. I just kind of added rice cakes is all. Specifically the low sodium rice cakes and a fuck ton of Greek yogurt. And I got rid of some of my eggs. Just to like, I think it was fucking up digestion and shit. But no, I feel pretty damn good. Energy-wise compared to normal. Shit. Yeah, damn, the speakers are loud today. Honestly, my goal for these remaining couple weeks is to kind of just keep as level-headed, keep as level-headed as possible. Kind of just like a flat line, like even out, not mad, not like super excited, just kind of vibing. And today is a great representation of that. I feel pretty good. I couldn't tell you why. Yes, my legs are fatigued and I can barely move, but that's just kind of a constant, you know? And honestly, other than work, like I'm chilling. I refuse to play games just because I refuse to get mad. Because when I get mad, I get hungry or hangry, I guess. And I just want to eat. And then I'm thinking about my situation and it just spirals into me being pissed off that I'm in a caloric deficit and I'm also shit at the game and all this nonsense. But so I just vibe straight up. My day is eating, setting a timer for 2 hours, and then watching YouTube until my timer goes off just to eat again. I woke up, brushed my teeth, took my pills, did 50 minutes of fasted cardio, ate meal number 1 after, which was just vegetables and turkey. Set a time for 2 hours, waited, ate again, set a time for another 2 hours, took like a power nap for 20 minutes, time skip by the way, ate again, now we're here. And I got 2 more meals left. How epic is that? So I'm gonna do my workout, pose, probably do some sort of leg stretching to feel less like shit, a cardio, and then tan, and then go home. I was talking about how I'm feeling pretty good today, and then I'm reading my YouTube comments. Good job on cardio, period. Also, bro, take a nap, please. You look tired. Sleep is important. Noted, motherfucker. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's actually just my face, if you didn't know. I have perma eye bags because fuck me, I guess. I appreciate the concern though. Nah, bro, that's just the cutting process. That's just how it is. I'll sleep as much as possible, but sometimes, actually, you know what? My sleep, other than the fact that I wake up every hour to piss. My sleep is pretty decent, I would say. I think I woke up at like 2 p.m. today, just vibing. I'll wake up multiple times. My sleep is pretty restless, but I just go right back to sleep after I get my ass up and pee. But overall, it's a lot better than I was expecting, so I'll take it. Honestly, I think my workouts are a little bit too intense, or maybe like a little bit too frequent. I'm on a 6-1 split. So I work out for 6 days, and then I have 1 rest day a week. And it's Tristan Lee's workout split, which I'm quite enjoying, honestly. I was doing push-pull legs rest, which would give me 2 rest days a week, but I always thought that was too many rest days. Now, I think I want like 2 or 3. No, not 3 rest days, that's ridiculous. But 2 a week would probably be very, very beneficial. I'm too deep into it now though. I can't just add rest days all of a sudden at the very end of my cut. Because that's cardio, right? Working out is cardio, but also I do cardio after my lift. And if it's a rest day, I'm just gonna do my fasted cardio and then I'm gonna rest for the rest of the day because it's a fucking rest day. You best believe I'm chilling. So I don't know, but like if my legs are quite literally not functioning, it might be in my best interest. Next time, not this time. It's too late now. We're about done with the One Piece whole cake island arc, which is sick. I'm really excited to be done staring at an island of dessert because that fucking sucks. But Luffy is fighting, spoiler alert by the way, if you haven't watched 900 episodes of One Piece, just a little warning because I'm about to talk about it, but Luffy is fighting the Mochi General Kaido, or General something with a K, I think. That dude is really fucking cool. I would say he's my favorite villain. He's really cool. Dude is badass, 1 million bounty berry. I haven't seen who wins the fight yet. Also, Jinbei joins the crew. I don't know how I feel about that. I like him as a character, but it's kind of, I wanted someone new, not someone I've seen for 600 episodes, you know? We all knew he was gonna join as soon as he said he was going to later on. I would say that arc is pretty good. Not as good as the previous arc though. Nah. Which one will happen first? Do I finish the remaining episodes of One Piece, or will I have my show? Which one will happen first? Dude, the speakers are so loud today. The more I think about it, is it cope to want to add an additional rest day to my workout split now? Because it's got to be diminishing returns. Plus, I'm looking to reduce the intensity anyways as I get further along. So it might be a shout, maybe. The more I talk about it, the more it kind of does seem like cope. Plus, I do genuinely like working out. I don't like the fuck ton of cardio, but that might be beneficial, honestly, in order to just keep me kind of alive. Okay, wait, hold up. I gotta get a thumbnail shot here. Do I look pretty cool here? Okay, I gotta put these down. Shit, was that 2? Yeah, that was my second set. I feel like I'm looking pretty cool. I'm getting a relatively decent grainy look. For my standard, it was going from 0 grain to like 2% grain. And graininess is basically like the dryness under your skin. I have chilled out on water because I'm getting annoyed on how often I'm pissing, right? But, so maybe that might be playing a factor. But honestly, I think it's just the excess cardio is allowing me to get a little bit leaner. I am gonna get a body fat percentage test done in like a week. I'm gonna wait a little bit before my depletion phase, probably, maybe like the day before my depletion phase and my peak week starts, just to really understand like how low I got. I'm not gonna do some bullshit DEXA scan where it's like, stand here and hold the handles and it's gonna tell me I'm 2% body fat, because that's bullshit. I'm probably gonna do the water one. Whatever one is the most accurate, that's the one I'm gonna do. Hopefully it says some awesome number like 7. That's what I want, 7 or lower. So I mentioned earlier how my hunger is relatively decent. I'm not absolutely suffering. And in that position, normally what I would do is I would drop my calories even lower, because that means I could push it a little bit harder. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sticking with where I'm at now and we're just gonna cruise. I think I'll end up pretty good. I think if I push it any harder, I'm gonna die, legitimately, so I'm just gonna vibe. That being said, if you're in a similar situation where you're cutting and you're kind of, oops, I skipped my song. If you're cutting and you're kind of adapting to your cut, that probably means you need to take it a little harder. For normal people, you can go based off of that, based off of look, like if you're kind of staying the same over 2 weeks and you don't look any different, or if your scale weight hasn't gone down over 2 weeks, that's when you could kind of determine whether you should drop it or not. Don't get stuck. A lot of people will get stuck because they're like, oh, I'm in a caloric deficit. You gotta adjust. That's how it works. If you're eating 2,500 calories and you lose 5 pounds, great. But if you keep it at 2,500 for the rest of your fucking life, you're gonna adapt to the amount, you know? Eventually you're gonna have to drop it to 2, and then from 2 to 1,500. Because the smaller you get, the less calories you need. It's just a fact. Thermodynamics and whatever. That being said, don't drop it don't drop it like by 1,000. 200 to 300 is all you need. And then next week, maybe like 100, you know, just like gradual drops is gonna be better. If you're just a normal person trying to get a little bit leaner, you know? Because realistically, a lot of you motherfuckers are fat. So it doesn't take a lot to lose weight, realistically. What'll happen every single time I've talked to anybody who's overweight, they'll be bragging about how good their first week was, and then they'll be like, yeah, but I plateaued like after the first week, I'm just not meant to lose weight. Bitch, you lost water and glycogen. That's why the first week was good. After the first week is true fat loss. Just keep at it, you know? It is simple, but it's not easy. See, I feel pretty damn good, and I assume that's because of the rest day. So if I'm gonna feel good like this after a rest day, you bet your ass I'm gonna add another one. Because like the quality of my lift today, especially, is quite good. So I'm thinking maybe do my Hess delt and buys, then it goes quad focus leg day, and then it goes back and tries or back and bides or whatever. Maybe I'll throw in a rest day there so that the day after the rest day, I just feel fucking great again, you know? I think that'll be a pretty good idea. That will switch my routine to where it's not a 7-day split, so it's not the same thing every day, which sucks because having Monday as a rest day, designated rest day, is phenomenal because Mondays are stupid, but I mean, it's fine. I've always been a big anti-rest day, ego lifter type bullshit, which makes no sense for optimization purposes. Guys, my legs don't work. So what the fuck is the point? You know what I'm saying? I get it. I might be losing 200 calories a week because of cardio, 300 calories, but fuck it, dude. We need to drop the intensity anyways, because at this point, cortisol does matter. Call it cope, call it whatever you want, but cortisol makes your body hold on to fat. If I could just chill out for 2 more weeks, 2.5 more weeks, that'll be a success, in my opinion. Not like I'm gonna up my cardio, or not like I'm gonna up my calories and add a refuel day or nothing. It's just gonna be consistent all throughout the remaining time. I do get bored though, plus I do wanna play games, but I can't play competitive games simply because I'm having a hard time thinking throughout my day and like functioning, right? So playing good isn't really an option. So I get really bored, but other than that, it's fine. Plus I'm considering work extra cardio as well. So I think we'll be fine, guys. That's the plan. Because I fall apart after quad focus leg day, legitimately. Come on. Nope. Okay. I think I have cable curls, posing, then cardio. Yeah. Everyone's favorite. Oh, you prick. What did I... Ow, didn't feel good. So I was watching Greg Doucette's review on Sam Solik's video, and there was 2 things that I took note of. One, Greg Doucette was not very impressed with Sam Solik's posing. It was a very like go with the flow type of posing style. He didn't really practice it very much, according to Greg Doucette. So there was that. And then also Sam Solik had 10,000 calories, which according to Mr. Doucette is way too fucking much. He thinks 6,000 calories is also probably a little too much. He's also confused on why he did 1 day instead of spreading it out through multiple days, which I also agree that you should spread it out through multiple days. 1, because you get a couple of days of carb load, that's fucking pog. And 2, so your muscles have more time to like absorb, and I think he used the word harden, which I was surprised about. But yeah, Sam said that he was going for 2 grams of water per gram of glycogen. Greg Doucette said 3. I don't know which one I'm going off of yet. I'll have to do more research, but 10,000 calories is fucking whack. 10,000 calories in one day. Although, to be fair, Sam looked great. He really did. He really did. I think he looked phenomenal, but I guess he could have looked a little bit better. I think I'm taking Greg Doucette's word with a grain of salt a little bit. I'm just kind of trying to take what he said and execute it in my own show so I avoid the mistakes that Sam made. And I'm already avoiding one of the mistakes, which is I'm going into my show with confident posing routine. Sam was just kind of like, yeah, we might hit this, we might hit that, but I'm gonna go in with like, okay, here's my exact routine, step by step, you know. It's just the carb load that's got me a little bit nervous because I don't know how far I can take it. Am I allowed to eat max? And is the reason that I kind of overspilled because I had a mega fuck ton of water? In my head, that's the cause of why I kind of overspilled for that first carb load. I looked decent in my drying phase, which means I'll look decent for my show. And I think I'll look even more decenter-ist now that I'm gonna implement the water depletion during the carb load instead of after. So I think I'll present a pretty solid look, but is that correct? That's the thing, I don't know. Only one way to find out, I guess. Fuck, okay, we're done here. Posing time, baby. Okay.